So, good day and greetings to you, Sir Sam. So, this will be our audio presentation about our enrollment system. So, this presentation was prepared by John Desert Krause, Lauren Ligario, Louis Manardo, Edeline Aurelio, Jessa Patigayon, and yours truly, Mark Anthony Mingoa. So to get things started, our enrollment system is one of the most important and evident, not only in the university but also in lower levels of education. An accurate and efficient enrollments record helps to ensure a good impression of the institution on possible enrollees, encouraging it. Enrollment system is useful, especially when the school retrieves the important information from the student. In the enrollment system, the school can trace whatever are the standings of the students. The manual enrollment system in a school can lead to the inaccurate evaluation of students' performance, loss of student records, inaccurate reports, and slow enrollment processing. Our client, small overview about our client, is that they are it is the Open Door Christian Academy, which is a private school in Sagay, established on June 1994. The school is using the traditional way in their enrollment process. There are 70 students enrolled in all levels. The population of the school increases every year such that the manual system of the enrollment of students' records are consuming too much time for the teachers and enrolling officer. During the enrollment period, students will go to the admission office and for requirements needed for the enrollment, the evaluator will then evaluate student grades in order to know what subjects are to be taken in the current school year and to know their status. A list of subjects that the students are required to take will be prepared by the evaluator. After getting the list, students will pay to the cashier for the PTA fees and other fees. The cashier will issue receipts to the students in order to clarify that the students had already paid. At the end of the enrollment period summary, students' enrollment will be prepared by the person in charge. For these reasons, the researchers were challenged and have decided to design and develop a computerized enrollment system that is fast, accurate, reliable, and easy to use. The proposed enrollment system is a good step for the school. This could be a great help to the personnel who are handling many tasks during the enrollment period by providing a fast and easier access to the information. So this is our rationale. Enrollment is the process of entering and verifying data of students to register on a particular school. This can result in a system and with well-integrated processes that can perform much faster and more accurate than a manual system. Computerization is a control system that manages processes in industrial workplace. It reduced human error and processing time. Thus, it can boost productivity and result in high quality of product produce. And one of the ripple effects of the stiffing competition for education institutes is the growing necessity for schools to enhance their mechanisms for better serving applicant queries and objections. This is where the enrollment systems come to play, simplifying and accelerating student enrollment. So the general objectives of our studies to aim to develop an enrollment system, specifically to aim to provide a better and easier way for the enrollees to transact to their records during enrollment system, which is being managed by the facilitators of the enrollment system. This project will provide an enrollment database for the school. It will store student records such as student names, year, section, and schedule, and if possible, school fees. Scope and limitations is the system will be limited only on the computerized enrollment system and record keeping of the school. So the researchers will focus in gathering relevant data such as data of students, computerization of necessary fees, handling of student grades, preparing reports, and generate student credentials. So in this part, we'll be reviewing some related literature. So in this chapter represents studies or research conducted which includes concepts, ideas, observations, beliefs, and methodologies relevant to the current study. Student Information System for Kalinga State University, Rizal Campus. No? They had a student information system is an integral part of this technology. So this student information system handles every aspect of student data from admission, class schedules, subject enrolled by the students, and overall student performance and personal information of the students. The objective of this study is to implement and maintain a student information system for Kalinga State University Rizal Campus to be a more functional, reliable, usable, efficient, maintainable, and more secured student information system. The system would be able to help the acting registrar to reduce her or his tasks, especially on the delivery of enrollment procedures and keeping of student record, thus eliminate the problems of the current manual system. So this will be our project overview. The waterfall model shows the process of the student information system development from requirement analysis going down to maintenance. So this is our waterfall model, and this figure shows the structure of the organization of the Open Door Academy School and management and personal aspect. The mission is to provide a faster and efficient system in preparation for addressing the specific needs of clients, and our vision is a faster and easier way to process and transaction. Organization goals and objective is to assist organizational personnel to handle transactions easier, to provide institutions with a new way of process, to help lessen the workload of institutional personnel, to provide an easy way to access and store personal client information, to help organizations or institutions accommodate more clients faster. And the legal aspect of this is the student data is private and requires extra security protection. Schools have a moral and legal responsibility to prove that all students are treated equally, regardless of information about the students, their parents, or their guardians in regard to actual or perceived race, color, national origin, immigration, or citizenship status, and other possible factors. Storing this data means that it won't get lost and administrators can access it quickly and easily. So see here is this will be our financial aspect, cost of the system, as you can see. Uh, Everything is from Shopee. Personal laptop, 19K. Programmer for 35 days. So let's say 1,000 per day. Printer, 4,000 minimum price. DSL 3,000, and everything else. So total project cost 65,000. So this table shows the estimated cost and benefit of the proposed system from year 0 to year 4. It also shows the payback period. This is the amount of time needed before the client can gain profit for the system. Alright. Project scheduling. This covers the different schedule of the activities needed to develop the system, the expected and actual duration of the completion of a total duration system. The portion shows the Gantt chart per table and the CPM. This chart asserted the schedule of activities which will be followed developing the system, as well as the development activities finished and ones that are not, and the total days expected of the development to be completed. Uh, Figure 3.0, so our CPM. So the CPM shows the order and days consumed by the activities needed to develop the system. The total number of days to finish the development of the system is 140 days. Requirement analysis. The proposed system is entitled Enrollment System, a computer software that enables authorized users to automate the enrollment system and record keeping of the school. The enrollment will enable users to locate and retrieve relevant student information and credentials and generate enrollment summary report. So these are the completion, design, development, and software will depend upon the meeting and following goals of the objectives. So number one, it is to minimize the effort of the teacher in charge or the enrolling officers in updating student records. Number two, to speed up the enrollment process in all year levels. Number three, to provide a database for students' files so that the enrolling officer would easily update records. Number four, to provide enrollment and record keeping software that is fully accessible through the local area network of the school and to generate reports that is fast, reliable, and accurate. System hardware requirements, administrator. The login and logout services, one of the features of the system will prompt authorized users to enter user ID and password. The administrator is the only authorized user of the system who can access all features of the proposed system software. The registrar. The registrar's office staff are prompted by the system to enter their user ID and password. The staff may input grades of students and validate them. The cashier is prompted by the system to enter their user ID and password upon successful login in the system. The cashier may view the enrollment statistics of the students, complete details, and cashier may receive payments and receive. These are the hardware requirements, no? And minimum hardware requirements, you can see from the slide, right? Software requirements. The software development tools for this study are presented in Table 1.0. Tools, basic, Microsoft. And functional requirements. The functional requirements defines the function of the system and its components. It is identified tabulated below. The system shall enable students to register their credentials, name, address, mobile number, student ID. The system shall verify student selection according to availability. And use case diagram, use case description. So the tables below describe all the functions, conditions, and exceptional flows to meet all the entities used in the use case diagram. So table 1, the register. Table 2, enroll. Staff. So table 3, create schedule. Table 4, generate report. Application design. So the design overview, the computerized enrollment system of Open Door Christian Academy created and developed for the newest process of enrollment in this institution. The system is a computer-based system that has the functions to register and enroll students who are willing to study in the said institution. So the system covers the problems that the institution encountered during the use of the manual system, such as human errors in filing up the registration forms, unsecured storage of student records, and time-consuming. The Open Door Christian Academy will be the beneficiary of the proposed system for the development and improvement of the process of enrollment because it was created with the technology of the new generation which will lessen the time of the school in the enrolling process. Design approach. The system was created based on the demand of the students and also of the teachers in this institution. The system provides the management and registration of students with specific information for the staff to easily search and record of the students, for records of the students. This is the ER diagram, database design, flow chart. The researchers present the database model by utilizing the entity relationship diagram to establish the entity relationships of the related tables of the database for the maintenance for the student records, enrollment details, grades, student credentials, and student ledger. So the administration will manage the enrollment details, which includes the following: section, school year, subjects, faculty, and staff have all access to the system features. The register staff will manage credentials, student records, and grades. The cashier will view enrollment statistics, review payments, collectibles, manage fees, and student ledger. Implementation: the system will be installed and made operational in a production environment. This phase is initiated after the system has been tested and accepted by the user. Implementation architecture. So this focuses on how the system is built, which technology elements are needed to implement the system, such as software package libraries, frameworks, classes, and etc. So system conversion strategy used here is the direct conversion. So which are the implementation of the new system and the discontinuance of the old or the old way. This conversion was used because the new system will replace the old way of enrolling students. This conversion is possible because the system is not replacing any other system. The old way or old system is judged absolutely without value. The new system is either very small and simple, and the design of the new system is completely different from that of the old. So here you can see the implementation architecture of the student enrollment system. System conversion strategy. The system conversion used by the researchers is the direct conversion, which are the implementation of the new system and the discontinuance of the old system. Right, so here we go. Testing. So the testing is the process of executing the programs with the intention of finding out errors. During testing, the program to be tested is executed with a set of test cases, and output of the programs for the test case is evaluated to determine if the program is performing at its expected to be. So levels of testing. Unit testing phase. The system or system modification will be installed and made operational in a production environment. So in this phase, the prototype has been tested and if accepted by the user. After testing the software, the researchers plan to integrate the computer system to its respondents. The researchers will conduct a system dry run and conduct a training for the target users of the system. Target users will check and evaluate the system if the recommended functions and suggestions of the users were met. This phase continues until the system is operational accordance with the defined user requirements. So, right, client needs, requirements, design, code. Vice versa, except testing, integration testing, and unit testing. So integration and system testing phase. These various components of the system are integrated and systematically tested. The user tests the system to ensure that the functional requirements as defined in the functional requirement documents are satisfied by the developed or modified system. The developed software will be tested to examine its functionality. Levels of testing, unit testing phase, integration and system. So these are the testing techniques could be used: the black box testing, white box testing, testing measures and test data. So future students, this will be the future work. Future students' first contact with the school takes place through a recruitment system. The recruitment process should be friendly, accessible, navigating, allow remote fulfillment of as many formal requirements as possible, integrated with the payments, enabling communication between the candidate and the school, providing updated information. The student enrollment system offered by our school to allow school employees to monitor and the status of candidates for the studies and communicate with them at every stage of the recruitment process. From the initial inquiry about the offer, start of learning, important attributes of our student enrollment system are the remote handling of the recruitment process, form, responsiveness, friendly, intuitive, personalized interface, ability to configure any recruitment process, optimization of the work of the recruitment office. So, that will be the end of our audio presentation. Thank you and God bless, sir.